We're recording. Testing. We're here with Duck Dynasty. How you doing, Duck?
I'm doing pretty buck.
We never watched that show, by the way. And I want to say something to my viewers that they find useful. What the hell is going on in the world? I guess that's what's... I usually stick with that because it's universal and people can relate to it. Ukraine is given the money. They're coughing up that dough. They're paying their bills. They're, making good on that. They're going to have good credit after this. And you might start to think that's why Russia went in there in the first place, because they thought they weren't going to get paid. What do you think?
Who's coughing up dough?
Gas bill.
What gas bill, dude?
The Ukrainians owed the Russians.
I
See what I'm saying? Like, it's not like... Yeah, people... Should we be, concerned about all this stuff? Is it the dawning of the World War? The nuclear... It could be. But I was saying in my other video, maybe I didn't make the video yet, but my thoughts were very strongly about this last week. A lot of people could use this just to put fear into us, like the Fukushima thing. And Fukushima is a thing that's ongoing, but I found that you can confront that with prayer. And I know some people say, well, prayer can't do anything. Well, prayer is one of those things that you can do if you have nothing else, until you come up with something better. So mark my words very carefully about that. That's the way I do it. That's my process with the prayer. Because people worry like that is some kind of barbaric, superstitious thing that we do because we're not modern, we're not sophisticated, we're not civilized. But that's not how I'm doing it. All I'm saying is that sometimes you don't have a plan, and it takes a while to figure it out. Things are so difficult and complex. But we're getting along, and you see here my, what should I call you? My companion? My associate? They'll call you anything? How do I describe you at all? I don't. I don't describe him at all. He's there. You either understand that or not. I don't want to go too far off the subject of what I started here, because people usually like that one subject, so that's how YouTube can market it and say, yo, I'll put this in this category. You can't talk about too many things. You cannot associate apples with oranges, or bananas for that matter. You can't do that because it just jams up the system. So I'm going to stick with the thing about Russia. I can tell you this. I've been writing a book that I want everybody to read who has an interest. It's a very fact-filled book. It's academic writing. It's on the life of Franklin Delano Roosevelt. That's FDR to some of you. The acronym FDR. So the dealings that were going on at that time with Russia are even important today. They're ongoing. So it's what it is. We need to understand history before we know, Putin and this and what he's going to do and why Europe's in fear. It's what it's all about. World War II ideas and momentum can still lead to World War III. That's why they're saying it. So we need to pick this apart. can't do it in this little video. I'm just saying, like, you do your homework. Don't just believe all the hype in the media. I'm writing a whole book, so I should know what I'm talking about. Facts up the wazoo. I also studied World War I because there's no way we can understand politics or nations right now until we do so. World War I is interesting because the United States was not going into it. Wilson was promoting neutrality, although he may have just done this as a way to do war profiteering. Now, I consider profiteering a part of the war. It's not neutrality. Absolutely not. So it's a misuse of the word. It's deception in a way. Not that I have anything against Wilson that I don't have against FDR. But they were shipping a lot of stuff to the British and the French, and maybe some other ones, until the Lusitania came. So study up on the Lusitania, because it was filled with weapons. So in that sense, you cannot say that the Germans were evil. You know, the Germans become the victim of like the scapegoating, that it was always the Germans' fault. Actually, no. People who start saying that about the wars, and people who start saying about these wars, you just don't know the truth if you do that. And I would debate it. Absolutely. And I will win because I have the facts. I go underneath the surface to what's hidden. Then you'll find the truth about it. Am I right? Am I right about telling the stuff the way it is? The way it really is? How do people operate?
Through machinery.
Why do they do that?
Because they're stupid.
Sorry. Now there you have it. Now he's right. People are stupid, and it's their folly and they're fools. And that's why we've got problems here. I'm not pointing any fingers. I'm just saying in general human nature has shown itself to be stupid. And we need to get out of this. We need to use true intelligence.